back in the background, ready to back me up and talk about his views and what's going on. And as we all know, it's the Man United transfer window that's taking off hot and steady in the media at the moment. There's reports of deal terms agreed with Jared Brantwaite, terms agreed with Michael Olise, terms agreed with Mason Greenwood to Juventus. There's a lot of things happening right now in the Manchester United ethos. And guys, we're going to get right into this. But before we do, don't forget to take this time to smash that like, hit the subscribe button on the road to 300 subs. Guys, please help me to get there. And later on, I'm going to bring you a little bit of short streams as I am going out to one of the Euro destinations where they have the big viewing parties for the game as Germany opens the Euro tournament 2024, guys. But let's keep it into the transfers. Let's get this show started. Smash those likes and subscribe, and don't forget to hit those notification bells. Big up, guys. And I see that you guys are getting early. Good morning, good afternoon to you, Yali. Big up to you, J United. Big up to you, Will Man United. I know you're having a good day. You're ready to say that you're proving me wrong because, as you know, guys, I was hoping that there might have been a U-turn on Mason. But before we get into that, let's get into something pretty exciting. I think every single Manchester United fan, as I bring Kenny Fan TV into the building, I think every one of us are going to be extremely pleased by this article that comes out right now. And as you can see, there's a big heading, £50 million in Carrington as Sir Jim Ratcliffe reveals ambitious plans. And guys, there has been ambitious plans and the works are already underway. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has revealed a £50 million renovation is planned for Manchester United's Carrington training complex. And in addition to reorganizing Erik ten Hag's starting lineup, the co-owner of the club is determined to improve United's facilities, guys. Has to be exciting, and this is some big news because as we know, we've heard lots of reports in the last few seasons of the quality of the training facilities at United. Some people liken it to that of Reading. Some people said it's not at the level of Real Madrid. Some people have said it has been the same as it has been since they were at the club 15 years ago. So it's one of those things, guys. So let's keep it moving as we talk about this. Next week, the club will start renovating the men's first team facility, emphasizing on creating a high-performance, collaborative environment for players and staff. The architectural company Fosters and Partners, headed by Manchester United native Norman Foster, has been chosen to oversee the project, and the renovations will start next week. After completing his minority investment in the team in February, Sir Jim Ratcliffe stated that improvements in the training facility were necessary. Plans for a new world-class environment have since been made public. Every element of the building will be renovated as part of the £50 million project, creating a top-notch footballing facility with a supportive atmosphere for future success. Ratcliffe, co-owner of Manchester United, in a statement on the club's website, "We want to create a world-class environment for our teams to win. When we conducted a thorough review of Carrington training facilities and met with our men's first team players, it was clear that the standards had fallen below some of our peers. This project will ensure Manchester United's training ground is once more renovated to the highest standards." And guys, I'm telling you, it's looking exciting. What have they been talking about? The Carrington training complex set to be, Lord Foster, a fellow Mancunian, has brought some great inspiration into the design. And in conjunction with Manchester United team, we look forward to seeing the improvement of the facilities, but more importantly, on the pitch. And guys, that's where we want it to be headed. The gym, the medical, nutrition, and recovery areas will get a majority of the attention in order to foster greater collaboration between coaches and players. This is expected to happen during the 24 to 25 season, and as a result, the site will need to undergo temporary adjustments. This round of construction at Carrington comes after 10 million state-of-the-art women's and academy facility opened last summer. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? Let me know what you're thinking. Big up to all of you. Nah, bro. Jace, sorry about that. Like this morning, bro, I wasn't able to get off. I wasn't able to get out of work on time, so then I was really late. I had to stay back a few hours, so I wasn't able to do that. But big up to you, bro. I know you remember that. Sorry about that. I'm early. I thought United would introduce performance-based wages, so Brathwaite 150 a week cannot be true. I totally agree with you, Yali. You've been paying attention. We go at it sometimes, but I know you always have that good memory and you always pay very well attention to what's being said. The press is lying again, the ones more to bite, and they make United fans angry again. Afternoon, is this Mark's 8 a.m. stream? Jay, I'm from Trinidad, bro. If I say 8 a.m., it's usually going to be like sometime in the region of 9, but I apologize again. Big up to you, bro. Will, what's going on, buddy? Bye-bye, Greenwood. Bye-bye to your pet. Man United don't want him anywhere near the club and the sporting structure. I know exactly what they're doing, selling the player. I mean, if that's your opinion, bro, big up to you. You know what it
I
is.
mean, yeah,
It's
fair
good.
enough.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I thought his talent on the pitch would make United better. So that's the only reason I'm saying we should give him a second chance. Big up to you, Stephanie. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? Yeah, Jay, it's all in the good fun, man. Bro, I can't help it, bro. I'm from Trinidad, bro. Like in Trinidad, we always late, bro.
Yeah,
Like can't help it, bro. It's just island life. You know what I mean? Try my best most times to keep the time, though. I try not to keep you guys waiting. You know what I mean? But let's get into some of the transfer news and information. Sachiv, what are
yeah,
your
man.
thoughts, bro, about you hear about the facilities, the upgrade that's
Yeah,
coming?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Now you know what? So far when the news came in, like we have literally all heard about Reckless Sir Jim Ratcliffe's interview about like how to actually create environment. He said that he mentioned like a lot of those um, managers who managed United in the past. It didn't really go all well. It's and even I think even Marges has actually mentioned this to me on the X, right? Like the reason being why like Sancho doesn't want to come back to United. It's more likely because of the environment of the club. So I'm really happy that this club is finally about to
Changing.
make this environment even a lot like improvements and stuff like that. And you know what, I'm just tired about like all those like Ten Hag outbursts saying like I'm literally drinking the Ineos Kool-Aid and all, but like, excuse me, wasn't that you guys the same fan base that like who want to back this Ineos process and stuff like that? I mean, it's been like 2 days, and these lot are still in the hibernation. They're still crybabies, isn't it? So I couldn't care less, bro.
Yeah, well, you know what it is, bro. But it's one thing to be mad about not being right about something, but it's another thing to look over that the club is making great progress, strides, progression. It's becoming a more sustainable situation. Some stability is starting to creep into United. As you can see, we have the manager getting a 2-year plus one contract, which is going to extend his stay for another 18 months added on to this season currently. This is also going to put players who probably feel like they don't want to play for the manager into a different mindset. Maybe they'll turn their focus into working their best on the pitch, whether it is to stake their name and claim or to get a move.
Yeah,
And I think this makes sense for the club. You get to see who are the players who want to be here. You get to bring
who
in
want to?
players
Yeah,
now who know who the coach is going to be for the next 2 seasons. There are youngsters that have been coming through, the likes of Kobe Mainu, Garnacho, Willie Kwambala, Hoyland, all these guys. They know for the next year, I'm going to be backed by this manager who backed me last season. And then what about the youngsters like Colby Collier, who the manager was talking to just like he was speaking to Kobe Mainu after the FA Cup final the last time. He was saying, no, next year is your turn. I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying. So the likes of the youngsters, Ethan Wheatley and these guys, they know they're going to get their
really.
opportunities. They know this manager is going to give them a chance if they keep working hard. So you got this new idea, this new ideology, this new confidence of energy coming in to the club
Exactly.
and infecting players that are coming into the team where they're believing, listen, if I work hard, this guy is going to back me. He's going to give me time, give me opportunities. And these things change and they impact the team. They make the team a better, more stable environment for other players coming in, and they bring an energy of hard working and determination, and the want to succeed, and
Correct.
everyone, and that
Correct.
competition makes the team stronger. And we all knew last summer we needed to bolster the defense, and we didn't do it, and the defense was a big problem for us this season. And you know what, big up to you, Shay. You're definitely going to see us on happy hour later, because you know what, I'm going to be there probably right after I get home from the game, and we're going to chat. You know what I mean? But look at it like this, guys. Arsenal have just stepped into the race for Jean-Claire Todibo. And I know a lot of you
Oh,
guys are huge fans of Jean-Claire Todibo, and we definitely need to get ourselves, a center back that can play that high line. Strong, fit, capable on the ball, and very athletic. And Jean-Claire Todibo is a
he's
target
really
that
athletic.
we've been trying to chase
This
for the
guy,
last 2 seasons, to be fair.
this guy is massively. He's massively miles better than this than that than that Everton centre back. He's miles better.
100%. And he's cheaper. It's somewhere in the region
He's
of
even cheaper as
35
well.
to 45 million euros for this target. Eric Ten Hag faced a massive problem last season with defense. They conceded a whopping 85 goals in all competition, and this needs to be rectified if they are to get close to matching their goals in the Premier League and Europe in the coming campaign. You know what I mean? And when you look at it, the departure of Rafael Varane is opening a hole, and we have quit Willie Kwambala, who has shown himself to be very strong and capable, but we need to have someone else, maybe someone with experience who can give us the competition that we need. When we look at the signings, what's happening, there's a centre back we just have terms agreed with, that we are linked to as well. Jared Branthwaite and the England international is at the Euros at the moment, but the reports are Everton will not yield on the colossal asking price of £70 million. So this could, result in the Red Devils looking elsewhere, which we should. Jean-Claire Todibo, we were heavily linked last summer. His price is cheaper. Ineos also owns the current club, OG Nice. Theoretically, it should make the deal much simpler than the one for Branthwaite. However, sports claim that United pursuit of the Frenchman could be about to become more difficult, as Barca needs an extraordinary income to be able to go to the summer market in the 1-1 rule, and the sale of former Todibo would significantly help them, and they would be entitled to 10 million euros. A potential 50 million euro defender would be sold for. But 50 million euros is still only £37 million. So that's still half the price of Jared Branthwaite. Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta is looking for a top level addition to reinforce his defensive line, and one of the names the Gunners sporting director Edu has on his agenda is also Jean-Claude Todibo. So United is going to have to move quickly this summer with the market at the door. Todibo is one again on the front line, awakening interest of Arsenal that inspires to end Manchester City's hegemony in the English league. So guys, it's one of those things where, if Manchester United are going to secure this target of John Clare Todibo, we're definitely going to have to move in very quickly. We're going to have to get it done. We cannot be wasting time, because other clubs are getting ready to make their swoops. What are your thoughts on John Clare Todibo, guys? Would you have him, coming for somewhere in the region of from 35 million euros to 50 million euros? Would you take him at Manchester United this summer? And Danny B is saying Tadibo is an excellent defending in his channel, in a high line, and better on the ball than Branthwaite. I would agree with that. Wait, Branthwaite is not at the Euros. He didn't get picked by Southgate.
I actually thought he got picked. Maybe I
I,
don't
I
know.
actually thought he got picked. Seriously, he's not. Like, well, I might be going crazy. Let me just double check this really quickly.
So who got picked? John Stones, Mark um, Harry Maguire wasn't picked. We know that. Luke Shaw.
I'm gonna pull up the England squad now for the Euros because I swore that
Oh,
Jared.
Lewis Dunk.
So Lewis Dunk got in ahead of Jared Brantwaite.
That's what he. That's what Will just said.
What? Wow,
That's
that's crazy. That is crazy, broski. What? Are you serious?
Lewis Dunk. The same
No,
guy,
bro. Like, swear to
bro.
you.
The same guy, bro. The same guy who just got who the same guy who just got done by the same guy who just got done by Lukaku twice.
Wow.
Just stay in England, man, Southgate. Just stay in England. Just stay where you are.
Oh, I mean, yeah. No, bro. England squad for bro. Well, you're crazy. England squad for the Euros. Jude Bellingham, Kobe Manu, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Marcus Rashford, Adam Wharton. No, no, no. There's not the squad
Wait,
for the Euros. Harry Maguire didn't get
Rashford's
picked.
not, Rashford's
Harry
not there.
Maguire didn't get picked, right?
There's no Harry Maguire. There's no Rashford.
What? What? Nah, this is wrong. Some of these lists corrupted, boy.
Yes,
26, 26
England
man squad.
squad.
Let me see where Brantwaite is. Oh no, he not there for real. Will is right, bro. Will is
Who's
right. He's not there. 20
oh,
man, bright. Yeah, he's not there. Wow, crazy. Wow. Well then, guys, that makes. I mean, that significantly would decrease the price of Jared Brantwaite. Well, thanks for that, bro. I assume that he was there. I know he was in the initial squad in the warm ups and stuff. I saw him play.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw him in the new
yeah.
kit. So I assumed that he was going to the Euros. My bad, bro. No, no, no harm, no foul there. Get things wrong sometimes. But at the same time, like bro, that would have, well then I mean, you know, but if that don't impact his price, will wow, a 70 million broski. Nah, boy, Will, trust me. Let me say 40 million pounds, sign Brantwaite. I could accept 40 million pounds. I could agree with 40
I
million
will
pounds
take 40.
signing. But don't
I
tell
won't
me
mind.
70 million pounds, bro. We could get two defenders for 70 million pounds. We could get Todibo and Lenny Euro, because Lenny Euro is 50 million euros, right?
Yeah,
50 million euros in pounds is something like what? 40 something, 40 million pounds, around there, somewhere there, right?
should be, yeah.
So you add 10 million to the 70, which Everton probably might want add-ons, and you could get Lenny Euro and John Clare Todibo together. You get two for the price of one.
Two.
One left-footed, one right-footed. Talk to me, Will. What you saying? Tell me what you're saying, guys. Guys, get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. I'm gonna go on to this article about Jaron Brantwaite, you know, because Jared Brantwaite is it's been reported that Manchester United has agreed personal terms with the young English defender, who is
Yeah,
actually not going to the Euros, and I thought he was. Guys, this changes everything. Maybe United could negotiate his price down, but at the same time, it's going to be pretty difficult to manage 70 million spend when we already have a tight budget. But Jared Brantwaite agrees personal terms with Manchester United. One stumbling block remains, and that is negotiating a deal with the club Everton. The Man United are very reluctant to play the Merseyside's asking price, with Everton wanting £70 million for the very least for the Angel International. It would be a record signing fee for the centre back from the club. United hope to begin their summer rebuilding job by bringing in Brantwaite after the departure of Rafael Varane, who was released on a free transfer after his contract expired. Manager Eric Ten Hag, who is in talks about a new contract himself, felt defensive injuries were a major reason why United struggled so much last season. All five of their senior centre backs spent spells on the sideline as youngster Willie Kwambala and midfielder Casemiro had spells filling in. Brantwaite, who was fit throughout Everton's campaign, also represents a younger generation than Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof, who will both enter the last year of their respective contracts, and the departed Varane. However, Everton believe that Branthwaite's nationality, left-footedness, and age is at just 21 mean he's particularly valuable. They have noted £80 million price United paid for Mark Maguire in 2019, along with the £77 million fee Josko Guardiola commanded last summer and Wesley Fofana's £70 million cost in 2022, and they are looking for a similar sum. Guys, this is a bad situation for United to be in with a club that's adamant that we are going to have to pay again over the odds. Jaron Brantwaite had an impressive season for Everton, but Everton, who were given 2-point deductions this season, could need to sell players by 30th June to comply with profitability and sustainability rules, and Brantwaite could raise the biggest sum. Even if United's own FFP concerns could limit their budget, United hope to tie up some of their summer business early after new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe has taken control of footballing operations. Jason Wilcox, who has joined as technical director, is playing a major role in recruitment. Guys, Brantwaite has made his debut for England squad this month as a substitute against Bosnia and Herzegovina, but did not make Gareth Southgate's 26-man squad for the Euro 2024. However, United see him as a player for the future. What are your thoughts of Jan Brantwaite, guys? I'm going to move right on to Lenny Yoro, and then I'm going to let Kenny Fan TV come in and react to both of these defenders and possible signings that are coming to Manchester United. But as we go further into this, let's talk about the young generational defender that everyone in Europe is looking at. And he is Lenny Yoro, coming from Lille. He is only 18 years old and is seen as one of the biggest prospects coming out of Europe, is being chased by the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Inter Milan, and there's said to be some other interests coming in recently from Premier League clubs. However, there has been reports that the biggest competition for Manchester United in his signature is Real Madrid. And if it's not Real Madrid, it's probably certainly going to be Manchester United. What are your thoughts in the comments, guys? Let me just get right into this article so you can hear the asking price for this defender. Remember, it's in euros, so it's going to be something that's way cheaper than Jared Brantwaite already, and he's 18 years old. He's also 6'4". Manchester United's pursuit of a new central defender has been well documented coming into the summer's transfer market. Frenchman veteran Raphael Varane has left the club following the expiry of his contract. The legendary World Cup winner spent 3 seasons at Old Trafford, having joined from Real Madrid in 2021, where he previously spent a glorious trophy-laden 10 years. Varane, 31, generally performed impressively for United when fit and was seen as one of their most important players. But sadly, he did tend to miss chunks of the season with various fitness issues and couldn't be fully relied upon anymore. So United will be in the market for at least one replacement. There have been plenty of names linked, such as young Everton star Jared Brantwaite, League One's Nice centre-half Jean-Pierre Todibo, Gleison Bremer of Juventus, and more recently Bayern Munich's Dutch defensive limpin Matthias de Ligt, who previously played under Erik ten Hag at former club Ajax. Guys, keep an eye out for Matthias de Ligt being the first signing of the summer. I'm just saying this to you now, but because there have been 1 or 2 reports during the course of today coming out from Germany where it's very possible you can see him leave Bayern Munich next week. So, guys, I'm just going to say this now. Don't take it as the word, but it's just what I've heard in Germany from some sources. So, let's move on from that. All of the above names could be above very solid signings for United, but a name that stands out on its own, it's that of 18-year-old Lille star Lenny Yoro. The French youngster has emerged as one of the most sought-after young talents in Europe, having enjoyed an excellent breakout season for his club. As reported by MarkN in June, the Red Devils have supposedly submitted an offer close to 60 million euros, which in terms analogy is 47 million pounds. On Thursday evening, David Ornstein of The Athletic reported that both United and their rivals Liverpool were actively pursuing a deal to lure the young French teenager to the Premier League. Yoro has just 12 months left on his current deal, and if no resolution is found, could leave for free next summer. It is widely reported that he is the young Raphael Varane. Last season Euro, a tall, fast defender was a key part of Lille defence that had a joint third best defensive record in League One, with just 34 goals conceded. Compared to by many as a young Varane, securing the signature of Euro would be seen as a massive coup if United were indeed able to secure his services. However, European champions Real Madrid are still viewed as big favourites to snap up this precarious talent. If Madrid were to get any potential deal done, it would evoke memories of their swoop for Varane all those years ago, back in June 2011, when the Spanish Giants convinced the young Lens defender to swap League One for La Liga for a fee of just 11 million euros. It was only after intervention from compatriot Zinedine Zidane that swayed Varane to choose Madrid over Manchester, with the legendary United coach Sir Alex Ferguson also keenly tracking the youngster at the time. Having missed out on Varane, United then opt to pursue up-and-coming Blackburn Rovers defender Phil Jones. Varane would eventually become the Red 10 years later. However, by then many felt he was past his brilliant best. Things could have worked out very differently, but for Zidane's reported mediation. United wouldn't want to miss out again. With Lenny Euro seen as the latest generational talent to come out of France, he would represent a huge statement signing and could be the perfect addition to the 20-time English champions defense. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? To Chiv, what are you thinking, my bro? Let me hear what you have to say because I spoke about three defenders, and there's a varying prices. One is on in the region somewhere between 35 to 50. The other one is
Hmm.
we heard that we made a 60 million offer, and the other one is almost twice the price of both of them because it's also in pounds, and he is 70 million, possibly rising to the tune of 80. What is your decisions, bro? What do you think of this?
I think I think on the cheaper price we should be getting like two center backs which we kind of obviously needed. So like my primary choice was actually Inacio, but Lenny Euro isn't at all a bad option. If you actually look into his attributes and literally everything, he kind of he's so technically gifted as a footballer as well. So Euro isn't a bad shout, and I think if Euro comes in at United, he would slot in as a backup. So at least we wouldn't actually rely on um, Lisandro Martinez as well. So I think Tudibo for me, 100%. We need to go for Tudibo. Jaron Brightwood, for me personally, like I've said this before, like he's a decent player. He just made his breakthrough season. If I'm not being if I'm not if I'm not wrong or something, that's his first full season debut. So it's just another one full season wonder, and like for me personally, because Everton are desperate for so much of cash at the moment, and just to kind of solve their FFP problems as well. So we shouldn't be that club to actually help them. Like
True,
we helped Chelsea to get Caicedo. We brought in Mount so that they can get Caicedo. We shouldn't be doing that to
100%.
Everton.
I mean, I agree with here. If what Jay's saying here, if we don't have much money, which is hard, I also find hard to believe. If we struggle to sell players, then we need to spend wisely to bring in cheaper players for that. Surely, yeah, surely that's what we should be doing. As we were saying earlier here, I would agree with you here. I'd much rather Tadibo or Delete or both of them for about 35 or 40 million each, and one spend 70 on just one guy, or especially 70 million pounds. If we talk into Debo at 40 million euros, that's literally 29 million pounds, guys. So that's chump change. You know what I mean? Imagine getting to Debo for less than half the price you have to pay for Jared Brandwaite. Imagine you could get Todibo and Lenny Euro and still not spend 80 million pounds, guys. That's the interesting thing. Spending 90 million euros and getting both Lenny Euro and Todibo or Lenny Euro and anyone else, which would probably be around the same price, that is still less than £80 million for one guy. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
United went totally young for key positions, Euro never is expensive, but 60 million euros, Stephanie, that's £47 million. You spend that on him, it's another 60 to 70 million euros for, yeah, that's 100 million for two players. We still doing a better job bringing in João Neves and Euro than spending 70 to 80 million pounds
Yeah. Wait, so like
on Jared Brandtwaite.
wait, like how much is
True.
wait, so like how much is Jao Neves at the moment?
João
Because
Neves, they say, is somewhere in the region of 90 million euros, right? But the thing
okay,
is, they don't have a direct upfront fee. So you could do
right,
something like 50 million euros and pay the
okay,
rest off over years, or you could do something like 40 million euros and pay 20, 20, 20, right? The next 3 seasons, right? So you could do 40 million euros, pay off 23 for the next 3 seasons, and get a Joao Neves, and he could probably do the same thing for Lenny Euro, pay 40 and pay 20 in 2 seasons. You know what I mean? And when I say 20, I mean 10, 10, because it's 60 million euros the reported offer for him. So, it's one of those things. And if you tally up 150 million, it's still probably just about 130 or 20 million pounds. And when you look at it like that, you're getting two top of the line players. You know what I mean? You're not yes, you actually would spend this season 90 million on two players that next season could each one person worth 90 million. Because if Lenny Euro hit the ground running in the Premier League, and we already have a French centre back playing at Manchester United who is going to foster his introduction into the club. Because I don't know if everyone knows, but Willy Kwambala is also French. So imagine Len Euro 18 joining Willy Kwambala 19 at United, two French young centre backs. We might have the French centre back pairing who gonna start for France over the next 10 years at Manchester United. You never know, you know what I mean? So big up to you, Craig Warby. I didn't drop. I forgot to drop the link in the comments today, guys. Big up. We're probably gonna be here for another 15 minutes at best, guys. So if anyone wants to come in and have their say, I drop the link in the comments. Sorry I wasn't paying too much attention and rambling. Yali, big up to you. I do not think that United can sign Todibo because Nice is the sister club. There was a story about this just the other day. But let me let you know something. Sesko was bought from RB Salzburg straight across to RB Leipzig. Yeah, it could be done. It has to be done at market value. It can't be done for a lesser fee.
Mark wasn't like Jim Ratcliffe selling Nice.
Yeah, he's selling Nice, but it's not going to happen overnight, right? So while he's still part owner of Nice, he is going to have to, if we have to buy any player from Nice, we're going to have to buy them at market value. Market value means that we have to pay what any other club would pay for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
On average. So if a club would pay 30 million, then we can't buy him for 25. We're gonna have to pay 30 million plus five. You understand?
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Sesko was not almost free, bro. They bought Sesko from RB Salzburg for 25 million pounds plus five in add-ons. So, and he still had 2 years left on his RB Salzburg contract when they bought him. So I think, it's one of those things where it could be done. It has been done. Man City does it all the time, so it's nothing
Hmm.
new. Chelsea does it all the time with Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Chelsea buys players from Strasbourg and then moves them across to Chelsea. So I don't see why it's such a big deal if Man United was to, use that same thing. You know, so it's one of those things for me, guys, and I just like to keep the same energy. If Chelsea could do it, if Real could do it, we could do it too. Why not? People might just be a little bit more scrutinizable because we are Manchester United. But at the end of the day, what I mean, as long as we do it within the same guidelines and within the parameters issued by UEFA, Who cares what anyone says? We doing what no other clubs have been doing all along. Look at some of the players that go to Chelsea that come from their sister clubs, and look at the prices. So it's one of those things, guys. It can't be like United alone unable to do the same things as those clubs doing. I mean, it's not like if you're cheating, you're paying fair market values. It's not like if so it's just one of those things for me.
Yeah, yeah, it should be. Yeah, then it should be fine.
Right. And I wanted to get into one or two more reports, guys. We spoke about, you know, Michael Olise. Michael, we spoke about no, we I didn't speak about Michael Olise. That's the next
I
one. That's the
don't. I
reports I'm
don't
gonna
think
bring up.
we have spoken about Elise. Yeah,
That's the
there's
reports I'm
there's
gonna bring
a
up
lot of
next.
Elise story, man. Yeah, that's mad. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too unhappy. I mean,
Yeah.
well, to only say he's a very good player. I might not think it's necessary that we go in and get a right winger. I think, with what we have, we're already stacked in the wing positions with having 8 right wingers. I think it's something that, we need to consider more in the sense of we have to be frugal rather than just get a big name or get some exciting signing that's going to give us some kind of hope, in the sense that we need to spend big, and spending big is what makes us feel that the people are serious at the top. I know I'm not trying to say that it doesn't make sense getting a top talent, but what I'm trying to say is, if you look at what we have, you know I'm pretty sure, even if you're going to be mad at this statement, he's not better than Mason Greenwood. And if he's not better than Mason Greenwood, then I would argue, why are we selling Mason Greenwood for 40 million euros and going to spend 70 million pounds to buy this guy? In what footballing terminology does this make sense? But let's get into the article. Manchester United target Michael Olise, has a release clause of £60 million, which is literally twice the price of what we're selling Mason Greenwood for. It's reportedly only applicable to clubs in the Champions League. The Red Devils have struggled for creativity and goals on the wing, as Alejandro Garnacho is the only white man to have played anything close to potential during this
Yeah.
previous season. Olise has been linked to United for months and now widely regarded as one of the club's biggest transfer targets. The Frenchman was reportedly the first Ineos target, gave the green light to attempt to sign, owing how to convince the player about the project. Nonetheless, Chelsea have already sprung into action and have reportedly made contact about signing the player this summer. Unfortunately, a deal may be more complicated first than for either United or Chelsea due to the poor league performances last season. It has been reported that both clubs face a roadblock in their attempt to sign the talented Frenchman. Chelsea are prepared to meet the new release clause, believed to be in the region of £60 million, with the summer transfer window opening today. It's open as we are speaking right now. However, it's understood that the release clause may apply to only clubs in the Champions League, which would rule Chelsea being able to activate it. This would also subsequently mean that the clause is irrelevant for Manchester United, and means Palace could charge substantially more for the 22-year-old. Fabrizio Romano has already commented on any move for Olise could be tricky. It's really complicated, the release clause. The Time has also added by stating the clause is set to involve payments being made to Olise's former club, Reading, and the player himself. Adding to the complexity, if Olise does not move this summer, he would have to wait a year if he wants to be represented in the transfer by a long-time agent, Glenn Twinboa, who was last month handed a 6-month ban by FA starting on October 4th this year. Olise is said to have been a boyhood fan of the Red Devils, so is Mason Greenwood, and is very much open to a move from Old Trafford. However, it's indeed the case no such release clause exists for United, and it could allow other interested parties to swoop in. Worryingly for both Manchester United and Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Bayern Munich have all been credited with interest in the player and will certainly have the upper hand in negotiations. Guys, what are your thoughts on Michael Olise? I'm not really too impressed. I think he's a very good talent, but I don't think by any means he's better in quality or ability and on the ball in output than Mason Greenwood. I
Yeah.
think I think Mason Greenwood is twice the player that he is. I think Mason Greenwood has a better left foot and a better right foot than his left foot, which he only has one foot. So I think his he's only has a good left foot. It's going to be difficult, and at 70 million pounds, possibly rising based on the fact that we cannot trigger his release clause, and there is other interest. We might be in a battle with Chelsea. It's probably going to be more than 60 million pounds. I say keep Mason Greenwood for free, but I might not be able to speak for all the fans, and there might be fans who saying, Mark, you are crazy. We don't want him. He's done this crazy thing, and we want to get him out of here. But I'm saying to you fans, we are all fans. Love you guys. We like best friends, and we don't even know each other sometimes, but we're still good because we all support United. At the end of the day, we all want the club to win. And the only reason I'm suggesting this is because we don't have the money, and he has bags and bags and bags of ability and talent. We've seen it this season. After 18 months not playing professional football, he was one of the best players in La Liga last season, and all the top clubs around the world are looking at him. Why are we the only one competing with Chelsea really in this moment when there's five, six, seven clubs: Real Madrid, Juventus, Milan, Bayern Munich? Some Premier League clubs are reported, and I'm pretty sure next week you're going to hear the actual names of the list of Premier League clubs that are also interested in signing him. But again, guys, the times are changing and it's different, and
Yeah, it is what it
maybe
is,
it's a
man.
little bit of an untenable situation. Although I would still hold some hope that we can find it in our hearts to back this youngster at some point. You know, Honestly, I'd rather take a gamble and buy two Wonder Kids in Matsuatano and Do and blow seven than blow 70 on Olisi. I 100% agree. I think we need a lot of more. I think we need more quantity and quality with potential than just like one big name talent. We need to have to bolster the defense. I think at best we need three defenders, and that's not even including a left back. I think we need two midfielders, one for DM, one for central midfield, and a striker. Now, guys, I spoke about Maximilian Bayer last night. Yeah, and yesterday, I mean, and he's very
Yeah.
amazing. You're going to see Germany in action today. I don't think he's in the German squad. I can't remember if he was. Let me just double check really quickly. But guys, it's going to be really exciting if we can get our hands on that talent. I've seen him played live quite a few times this season, in the Bundesliga as well as in the DFB Pokal. And I'm telling you, United fans, you are not going to be disappointed if he comes to the club. He's one of those strikers that's a very much of a hard worker. He does not shirk away from giving his best, trying to compete for every ball. He tries to facilitate his teammates, and this is one of the things that we always need up front. We need a fluid front line. So, so guys, as I talk about that, yeah, we also made some contacts with Franco Matuatano, and it's very possible that we're going to be signing him and Aaron Alsamino as a pairing, and they might be going over to Nice on loan for a season before coming to the Premier League. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, Danny B. Bayer
16 years
is
old.
spelled Beier. In Germany, would be is Beha ah, so one of those things, bro. Like, what I mean, it's a very talented youngster. There's a lot of talent around right now, especially in the last few seasons coming up. All around Europe. I would say to some of you guys, if you only watch the Premier League, maybe you can take up watching one more league. And if you had a choice, pick a league that you won't normally expect. Pick like the League or the Portuguese Liga, and you might be enjoying some watching some football with some young players that might give you hope that we can get them on the cheap, especially if they're not from Benfica. But let me bring this next article into the fold, and I'm going to go on to give you some information about two or three possible outgoings from Manchester United. And we're going to start with the main one, which is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka, guys, it's been reported that, some Premier League clubs are attracting interest in him, as well as we know Inter Milan is also interested in Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Inter. Wow.
He might come in.
It
I
might
was
be as well.
chatting with Mo the other day, and he was saying possibly somewhere in the region of 10 to 15 million pounds. But I was like, bro, that's ridiculous. You know, what are you saying, Sachiv?
On oh no no yeah, I was just saying like I was just saying like yeah, I think Inter Milan should be a good choice because like I think Inter Milan have pretty much took our players like Sanchez, Ashley Young, who else? It could be Van Bissaka as well. They might take.
Why not? Why not send Wan-Bissaka across there? Wan-Bissaka has ended the final season of his contract at Manchester United, and several clubs are circling in search of a cut price deal. You know, The right back has struggled to convince in signing for the Red Devils from Crystal Palace in 2019, with Diogo Dalot, who was named Manchester United Players Player of the Year for 23-24, ahead of the 26-year-old in the pecking order. Wan Bissaka's deal was set to expire this summer, but United activated a clause to extend his contract for a further season to prevent him from leaving on a free transfer. A sale could now materialize, and Fabrizio Romano has reported that clubs in England, Italy are taking interest in the defender. Palace continue to be linked with the signing of their former academy graduate who won the Eagles Player of the Season award in 2018-2019 before his £50 million move to Old Trafford. But from the form of Daniel Munoz has lessened to need a 10 additions for at the right back. West Ham has also been mooted as a potential destination. You never know what could be happening. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, it seems like he is on the way out, and an exit from United is all but on the cards for this summer. Another exit that's on the cards for this summer, guys, as the Turkish Giants prepare a swoop for Manchester United talented defender, and I'm talking about the
Six
Iceman, Victor Lindelof, you know,
huh?
as they're
Six
coming in
million.
with a £6 million bid.
What?
Laughable, laughable. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely laughable, Sachin. Victor Lindelof has 1 year left on his contract at Manchester United and is attracting interest from Turkey. Unless Lindelof leaves United this summer, the Swede will be enjoying some quiet time after failing to qualify for Euro 2024. You know, Turkish outfit Photomark believe Fenerbahce, who recently appointed former United manager Jose Mourinho, are preparing an offer worth 6 million for Lindelof. Fenerbahce has made
Oh
Lindelof
yeah,
a target that they are confident a deal could be wrapped up, given the player previously worked with Jose Mourinho. Lindelof played 45 matches under Mourinho, 40 of which were starts after joining the Reds from Benfica in 2017. The report acknowledges that this is far below what United would expect. We described it as laughable in our Transfer Live blog. Liverpool Lindelof won't be a regular next season, so it may make sense to cash him on in the summer once it doesn't leave us stretched for options since he was useful when fit last season. Guys, what are your thoughts in the comments? You know, I don't know what you're thinking, but maybe if they double that bid to 12, 15 million, maybe I think we
I
should
will
accept
I
it.
will take I will take
Considering
15 million. I will take 15 million pounds. I will take that. But like 6 million? Nah, come on, man.
6 million is ridiculous. You know what I mean? 6 million, take it. Only 1 year left. Danny, bro, Danny. That's reckless, broski. That's a little bit harsh, man. I mean, yeah, bro. I can't even say it,
How much we
No,
actually got him for?
sorry. I apologize. Danny is my brethren. We agree on most things, 100%. But I can't agree with you on this one, bro. 6 million. I think that's way too little, bro. Like that's no, bro. 6 million for Lindelof. Lindelof at least 10, bro. At least 10 or 12, bro. Like we can't be giving, Lindelof for no less than 10 million, bro. That's crazy. But I'm gonna get into the last story because I have like 5 minutes left. So
Yeah, go for it.
probably want to get to bed as well. So let me just
Yeah.
bring this in. And this story is something that I'm not too excited about, but I have to be honest and I have to be balanced, right, guys? So whether I like this or not, it's a very big possibility, and I have to bring it to the stage because you know what, guys, I always try to keep that balance, and you know how it is, guys, trying to keep the same energy, whether or not it's my plan or not. And West Ham could play a big significant role in Mason Greenwood exit. This shit is hard to read, bro. You know, reports in Italy stress that Juventus want to sign Mason Greenwood this summer as he has been made the number one target by Thiago Motta, the new Juventus coach. Transfer specialist Felicio Romano has downplayed claims that stating that Juventus have tabled a £40 million bid for Greenwood. In his daily briefing column, Romano wrote that they want to sell Mason Greenwood, and my information is could be a loan with an obligation to buy. So it could be that kind of formula, a potential loan move with a buy obligation, not option. Italian outlet Calcio Mercato were quick to call the reports premature. They add that Juventus are not feeling rushed to complete a deal for Greenwood. Romano reiterated that report and added that such an offer could be tabled if Matthias Sule is moved on. West Ham have been linked with the right winger who is priced at £33 million. Juventus are also expected to sell Federico Chiesa to generate more funds this summer. So in theory, Greenwood exit could hinge on West Ham, and I never like relying on the hammers. The transfer window is open, and we'll soon see if an exit for Sule or Chiesa leads to a bid for Greenwood. Fingers crossed it won't take too long because United need to sell players. Yeah, I can tell that this person writing this article is a hater, and I'm just going to say that out loud. He's not going to West Ham, my bro, but they're saying if West Ham tables the bid for Chesia or Nicolas Sule, then Juventus would be given a £50 million boost that would allow them to fulfill the funds to purchase Mason Greenwood. And guys, I have to tell you, I cannot express my disappointment in reading that article anymore. I am totally disappointed. I'm bothered. I am stressed. I am stressed. So, Chev, I have no energy left. Reading that article took all my
Yeah, it's
exuberance,
not
all
amazing.
my
Yeah,
excitement away.
yeah. I'm also equally so. I'm actually also even so gutted, man. Like,
I'm
but
gutted, bro. Like, you
gutted.
know, I mean, a lot of people might focus on what on the events that transpired like 20, like what, 3 years ago, basically, right?
3 years ago, correct?
But for me, I look at the sheer quality, talent, and ability of this youngster, his work ethic, and his performance and determination during games, and the way he carries himself on a football field. And I'm like, this is what United has been missing. This is what we are missing. We missed this guy last season. Had we had this guy last season, we would be in the top four. We
Easy.
probably would have been in the Champions League past the group stage.
Mm.
There is no there is no comparison for me if we talk about Michael Olise,
Only
Ahmad
say
Diallo,
Diallo.
Anthony, Marcus Rashford. None of them are good enough. None of them has his talent. They are not even on the same level.
No,
He is the best academy graduate we've
that's
had
yeah.
since the class of '92. And I'm like, I'm gutted because fans, we want to win. So why are we selling the best right winger? He is literally, or he was the best English right winger alive. Well, England fans, don't rule the decision, bro. He is going to Jamaica, right? When he switches to Jamaica, you guys better pray you don't face
GB
Jamaica,
has
guys.
I
82
think GB
games and
has a
14
stats.
goals. Mason Greenwood scored 14 goals in his debut season. Mason Greenwood in 3 seasons, scored more goals than Saka took until he scored 4 goals this season to eclipse Mason's Greenwood tally of goal scoring in the Premier League, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, guys, I hope I hope Michael Lee says everything most of you guys want him to be. I hope whoever comes in to replace Mason is everything that they are touted to be. I hope everything they are hyped to be that they deliver and more. Because what I would hate to be sitting there watching a guy flop that we paid twice the money for that we sold Mason Greenwood, only to have to replace him in the following season while watching Mason Greenwood win a Ballon d'Or in 2026. Trust me, guys, you might think I'm crazy, but let me tell you something. 2026, if you guys think you saw anything this season, Mason Greenwood is going to be 5 times quicker to a ball. He's going to be 5 times sharper. Next season, he's probably going to score 25 to 35 goals in all competition. And I'm not including assists, right? Just remember, he hadn't played for 18 months. His first season back, he's had what, about 14 or 16 goals in total contributions, goals and assists for Getafe, one of their most influential players. And there's a player who hadn't played top flight professional football for 2 years. He had a better
Mm.
season than Rashford, a better season than Grealish, than Anthony, than
Facts.
lots of wingers all over
Facts.
the place, bro. You know what I mean? So big up, guys.
It is what it is, man.
Disappointing news for me. But you know what, guys? We move united. You know what I
We
mean?
move,
We
man.
united. You know, the manager is here. I have faith in Ten Hag. And the reason why I say that is because I feel that there's a twist to come in the darkest hour of the night, still yet to be seen.
I honestly hope, right? I honestly hope that Ten Hag proves, especially those Ten Hag fans such as Yo-Yo and that the who and then who was the other guy, end to end, or literally whatever his name is. I just want Ten Hag to prove all of them wrong. Then everyone will be TSDL. That's what it is.
Bro. I wanted Javi Simmons last season, bro. I thought Javi Simmons would have make our team better.
Xavi Simmons release clause was really
Bro, was
was
22 mil, bro. We could have had that last season. Bro, he would have way more of an impact than Mason Mount. I think in the times when we didn't have Bruno, Xavi Simmons would have run that midfield in the 10. You know, he would have provided us with goals. Ah, man. But you know what, guys? The window is still early, and there's a lot of shock signings to come. I was a little bit, on the side where we might be signing 4 to 6 players, but I'm telling you guys now, we are going to sign 6 players. And then there's probably going to be the marquee signing. I think João Neves might be signed over the weekend. There's some reports that United are aggressive in their business, that they're negotiating right now. So the reports that you heard, terms agreed, terms agreed, terms agreed when it comes to Michael Olise, when it comes to the defender that we're looking at, Jared Brantwaite. There's also been reports that, we're in discussions with Lenny Euro's camp and we might be agreeing terms tonight. So stay tuned. There's also been reports that we've been talking to Ignacio. He's on the front of this thumbnail as well. And Goncalo Ignacio is certainly going to be one of those possibilities as well. And well, guys, there's reports that Mason Greenwood could be leaving. I hope not, but you know what? The reports are starting to become really loud. So let's see. But I've also heard that the manager has the final say, and there has been a report that the players and the manager have petitioned to Ineos to reintegrate him. So let's see if Ineos takes that position. We know that Richard Arnold accepted the position last season, but the minority of the fan base then went against the players and the manager and protested him out. Let's see what happens this summer. If he moves on, power to him. Big respect, and I hope for him all the best. He's a really, really, really talented player. I think he's generational, and I think he's definitely going to win the Ballon d'Or in the next 2 seasons. And
Hmm.
no, nothing is changing my
around,
mind on that.
around 2 to 3 seasons. Yeah, he will
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. You know what I mean? And you know what, guys? There's going to be a lot of exciting young talent. I haven't really did much content this week about the youngsters coming in, but there's 4 guaranteed promotions. I'll repeat them again. Ethan Wheatley, guaranteed promoted, will be our third choice striker this season.
Yeah, really
There's
will.
also Colby Collier promoted to the midfield. He's going to play in the DM role. Look forward to him. He's going to be a rotational player. There's another youngster being promoted as well. Willie Kwambala was there, but there's also Joe King, who's going to come in defense as well, and possibly Oganayi. There's also the midfield youngster coming back from loan, Dan Gort Jr. You're gonna have to look out for him. He's very, very, very good, guys. You know what I mean? Jay, Jay, you're hurting my heart saying those things, bro. And man, like, I'm praying it's gonna happen, but you know what? It's a difficult one. We're like where we were 5 weeks ago with Ten Hag. We're on the ropes. We're fighting, but we're seeing like we're sinking, but we're still trying to get to the surface. Maybe we'll have a breakthrough, maybe, but we're gonna try. We're gonna keep swimming regardless. You know what I mean? There's the youngsters coming through. There's Shea Lacey also been promoted. He's going to be an option for the left wing and also in the attacking midfield next season. Probably you're gonna see these guys feature more in the Carabao Cup next season than in actual league games. But Eric Ten Hag, he has the confidence in the youth, so it might be interesting to see what happens. There's also reports of Harry Amas has been, seen working with a brand new physical coach that's set to improve his physical fitness and intensity, and also set to start that same kind of training with Shea Lacey. GB, stop calling him the Tin Man. That Tin Man has got a lot of ball ability. He's the left-sided Mason Greenwood to be, bro. I'm telling you
He
now.
looks
Shea
promising.
Lacey
He looks
is like
promising. Yeah.
Mason Greenwood 2.0. That's the guy. You know what I mean? Put some respect on his name. I've seen him destroy teams, bro. Bigger guys than him. Give him some time. He's only just 17. You know what I'm saying? There are lots of players in the club, bro. There are lots of youngsters coming through the academy. I could go on for another 15, 20 minutes about them, but Sachiv, I've been keeping you up late. I know you got to get to bed. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining me today again,
Yeah. No
bro.
worries,
You
no
know what I
worries.
mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
will.
gotta get him some
Yeah, I
sea
will
moss.
be.
I'm gonna send them some
Yeah, I
sea
will
moss, bro.
be. Yeah, I will be actually. Yeah, yeah. I actually took a nap for like just for like around like 1 hour. Then I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna take a rest again. Then I'm gonna do a show. Yeah, I will be doing a stream. Like I won't be there for too long. Because I have to because I might get some enough sleep um, um, just for the sake of Euros. I think Football Power is doing the watch along, right?
I'm
Is he
I'm
doing?
also gonna do a few snippets before the actual game starts. I'm gonna try to go live from my mobile at the ground, walk
Oh
around
yeah,
a bit, so
nice.
show a little bit of this thing. Maybe I could ask one or two fans a question, about the game. Maybe I bump into a Scotland fan and ask them about McTominay. I'll see how it goes. But big up to everyone joining me. Big up to you, Jay. Big up Stephanie. Thank you so much for being here, GB. Big up to you guys. Lots of love, Danny B. What's good, King? See you tomorrow, guys. I'll be seeing you guys later. Yali Malmin, the stat man. If you want to know the stats, Yali's your guy, and he's also great at the
That many
pizza and
updates.
pasta. And those things, bruh. Yali, I'll be visiting you soon. We gotta have some of that world famous pizza that you be making, bro. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay
Take him
tuned.
up.
There's gonna be lots of things going on for the Euros later on. I'm probably gonna co-stream with Poppy, so I may be doing that little preview on my channel right before, but
Yeah.
maybe I will feature on Poppy's channel in between. So link the streams up
Oh yeah,
together. So
yeah,
we may co-stream to both channels. Big up to everyone coming in. Craig Warby, long time no see, my brother. It's good to have you here. Next time, come in and have your say, bro. I know sometimes you want to come in. I'm always posting the links in the chat. Will, if you ever want to come in and have your say, the link is always posted and pinned in the comments. Come in, have your say. You don't need to turn the camera on, but you know what? Just make sure your mic is clear. All right, guys. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Big up to you, Shay, coming in. Hope you guys will have a great day. Get ready because in 4 hours it's gonna be the Euro. 4 hours? No, it's gonna be a lot later than that. 5 hours it's gonna be the Euros, guys.
yeah.
So it's gonna be really good and really good fun. We're gonna see lots of United players making their debuts for their countries in the 2024 Euros. Look forward to it. Bruno has been in scintillating form as
Yeah,
well.
he's been good. He's been good
You
the
know
last
Scott
couple of years.
McTominay. He's facing the holders, the opening city that's hosting, and it might be one of those big games for him. One of my friends asked me what I thought about the game. I'm like, bro, I'm supposed to be supporting Germany because I'm living in Germany. But
Yeah.
I back Italy usually when it comes to the Euros and the World Cup. So
Oh, yeah,
that's a
yeah.
really
Makes sense.
stark contrast. As you know, I'm a Manchester fan, but I back Italy for the World Cup. But you want to know something? I just had a strange feeling that Scotland versus Germany is going to end in a 2-all draw. I think Mick Donaldinho is going to show up big time with some big goals and a
I
big
wouldn't be surprised if
performance,
that happened.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
stay tuned for it, guys. If it happens, I just had my views. If it doesn't, well, you know what? It's still going to be news. And Sachev, we'll be back to comment on that. I'll see you later on Papi's channel. GB, Craig,
Yeah.
all you guys. I am keeping an eye on Croatia. I actually pegged Croatia to get a result against France.
Dark horse.
Is it France they're playing? I think my prediction is Croatia wins the game or draws,
Oh
something like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I have to. Oh yeah. I need to do.
Yeah,
I
I
have to
pre.
do that.
So guys, go over to the Football Power Hour, hit on the community page, and get in on the predictions for the Euros. GB, I know you like your predictions, so make sure you go there, drop your predictions in. It's starting right here, right today. Stephanie, don't forget to jump in and give your predictions on the Football Power Hour channel. If you want, you could also, guys, drop it in the comments on here, and I could always transfer it across to Papi later on if it's easier for you, right? Big up to you guys. All of you on X, don't forget to smash a like, subscribe, hit a retweet. We're gonna watch Denmark. Rasmus is playing. You know how it is.
Mark,
We got Rasmus on the
Mark,
field.
Mark, I literally got, I literally just got like, I literally just got, I literally just got like Albania on the spin the wheel thing.
Yeah, well, I heard that they gave me Slovenia. I got
Yes,
Benjamin
Mark, I think.
Sesko.
Yeah.
Oh, the link is pinned in the description. Oh, you talking about for the predictions, Jay? Hold on. Let me just pull it up really quickly for you, bro. One second. One second. Let me get to
Um,
Papi's
I have to
channel.
go, Mark.
All right, big up to you, Sachib. Thanks for coming through, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
see you
no.
later.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Football, power, power. 1 second, Jay. Boom. Copy link. All right. So Jay, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, bro, so you could grab it when you want. And yeah, bro. That's my stream. Boom. All right. There's the link for you, Jay. Catch you guys later. Drop your predictions in. The link is in the chat. For the Football Power predictions, guys. Jump in, smash a like, drop your predictions in. It's gonna be some fun. We'll talk about it later on and tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's great to have your company. I'm always appreciating you guys and all your comments. Don't forget to leave a like and share it around, guys. Help the channel grow on the road to 300 subs. I hope I get there by the end of the month. Big up to everyone. Thank you for watching.